Hello, hello, hello. This is V. Scott. I'm coming to you with a news story. It happened September the. It happened in. Let me look because I wrote it all down. Excuse me. Give me a second. I had to write all this down. So this was on September 19th, 2019. Little, just about 5 months ago, this happened where the police officer arrested a 6-year-old child. Actually, he arrested two 6-year-old children and took them to the detention center, and they were fingerprinted, mugshot, and um, handcuffed. Yes, and because it's footage of him arresting the 6-year-old little girl. And I'm going to play some of this for you right now. I'm going to play it, and it's all over the internet. It's on YouTube, it's on Twitter, because that's where I actually saw it at first, on Twitter. Now, here it is.
The newly released images of a 6-year-old girl being arrested at school, crying as her hands are tied behind her back. How does this happen? And the officer now fired. Here's ABC's Victor Kendo.
Tonight, the gut-wrenching body cam video that is hard to watch. An Orlando police officer taking a 6-year-old girl from her school, her hands zip-tied behind her back. Heartbreaking cries as she's lifted into a patrol car.
Please let me go.
The video of the September arrest just released by the family. According to the police report, officers were called after the school complained little Kaya Roll had kicked and punched 3 staff members.
No.
Kaya sobbing when the restraints were put on.
No. Don't put handcuffs on.
After Kaya was taken away, Officer Dennis Turner returned.
6,000 people I've arrested over the 28 years. 7 is the youngest. She's 6. Now she has broken the record.
Charges against Kaya have been dropped, but the family is preparing to take legal action. Kaya says she's now afraid of the police and has nightmares from the incident.
I was crying for someone to also call my grandma.
The school is saying they never asked for Kaya to be arrested. Dennis Turner was a retired officer working extra duty, and he has since been fired. David?
All right, Victor.
Okay, so the school is lying. They had to call the officer there to arrest the child. The officer didn't just show up over there for no reason. And then you gonna call the police on a 6-year-old child to have her charged with battery. It was misdemeanor battery that she was charged with, and she's 6. She's 6. They are adults. And see, they don't want to take responsibility now because eyes are on them. So they trying to cover their ass. That's what they trying to do. I'm sorry, this is just how it is, and this is how I feel. They trying to cover their ass because they didn't want the trouble, but they did it. They had that officer to come in there and arrest that baby because I saw the footage on Twitter first, like I said. And at the end of the part that I seen on Twitter, it was another man had walked out with him, with the officer, shook the officer's hand and said, "Call me if you need anything." That's what he said to him. So yes, y'all did call the police. Yes, y'all wanted the little girl arrested, and I think it was a little boy too. And so, but then when things start turning bad for you, you want to go ahead and try to say, "Oh, y'all didn't want her arrested." Why didn't you call her grandma? Why didn't you call her grandma if she was being that bad? You had to call the police on a 6-year-old child. What is wrong with you adults? Those are children. You are in control. You are in control where you don't have to call the police on a child and have a child arrested. And this is not anything unusual in the state of Florida. Now, I wrote this information down. So let me see, because you can find right on it's on Fox 10 Phoenix here on YouTube. You can see where the state attorney Amaris Amela, I might not be saying her name right, but she spoke on it, and she was also talking about how the state of Florida is they was leading in the nation in arresting children, and Orange County was the leading in the leading county in Florida that arrests children under 12, under 12 years old. Yeah, so that's what's happening over there. What else did I? And they took the. I think I took the children to juvenile detention. The juvenile detention center were mugshot. They had mugshots and was fingerprinted. This is awful. And he deserved to be fired. And you know who else deserved to be fired? They need to go in there and get those employees at the school that called the police on the little girl and the little boy and had them arrested. Because stop lying. Stop trying to cover your butt because you want to keep your job. Look what you did to that kid. Look what you did to that kid. Now this child having nightmares and scared of the police. Somebody that she thought was supposed to protect and serve her. Now guess what? She don't trust the police anymore because of y'all dumbasses. That's what y'all did. That's what y'all did. I am totally disgusted by how this was handled. And I am happy that this came back out because I didn't know anything about this. And it needs to be out there because they need to be doing something about this mess that's going on. What else did I write down? I can't believe this mess. And it said that they did a study in 2013. They did a study in 2013 and it came out in 2018 about how they arrest juveniles, how they arrest children in Florida under the age 12, and they've been trying to get it under control. And so the lady, the state attorney, been working on that, and so she said that the numbers are down. They were down in 2018. The numbers had came down in 2018. Hopefully, they will get these numbers all the way down because these children don't deserve that. Call a parent if a child is misbehaving in school. Because why did you call the police on the child? Okay, yes, the child hit you. The child is 6. The child is 6. Call a parent. Have a talk with the child. Let the child know I'm going to call your parent because you hit me. And this is not the type of behavior that you need to display. You know, because as an early childhood education student, a provider, all that, you know, I'm disgusted, you know, because when I worked in childcare, I would have never called the police on a child, not ever call a police on a 6-year-old child because they hit me. I had a child to try to spit on me. I didn't call the police on that child. I let the child know, you cannot spit on Miss Verda. You will not spit on Miss Verda. And I will have a talk with your mom when she get here about this. You just let the children know. But no, they wanted to call the police and now they trying to cover their butts, trying to cover their ass. That's what they trying to do. But it didn't work. It didn't work because this has resurfaced about the mess. So hopefully, Florida, y'all will go ahead and get y'all stuff together and stop arresting these babies because y'all did wrong. I am disgusted and I'm going on and I'm getting off of here because I just can't.